stop, before you stretch, before you ice, before you book another appointment. Because if you're dealing with chronic back pain, there's a very real chance that the things you believe are helping you are actually making your pain worse. Every single day, more than 65 million Americans wake up with back pain. Some feel a dull ache. Others feel stabbing pain that steals their sleep, their energy, their joy. And here's the most disturbing part. Most of them are unknowingly sabotaging their own recovery. I'm Dr. Martinez, and today I'm going to expose the 10 most common mistakes people make that keep their back pain stuck, sometimes for years, sometimes for life. Not because they're lazy, not because they're broken, but because no one ever told them the truth. Let's start with the biggest lie in modern medicine. You get an MRI. The report says bulging disc, degeneration, herniation. Suddenly, you think, that's it. I'm damaged. But research shows that up to 64% of people with absolutely zero back pain have disc herniations on MRI. No pain, terrible scans. This means structure does not equal pain. When you believe your spine is fragile or damaged, your brain activates protection mode. Muscles tighten. Movement feels dangerous. Fear increases. And pain intensifies. The mistake isn't getting the MRI. The mistake is believing the MRI explains your pain or predicts your future. The second mistake is avoiding movement because you're afraid. This feels logical if it hurts. Don't move, but chronic back pain doesn't work that way. When you stop moving, your nervous system interprets that as confirmation that movement is dangerous. Muscles stiffen, fascia tightens, blood flow decreases, and your brain becomes hypersensitive. Pain doesn't decrease, it amplifies. Avoidance teaches your brain fear, while movement done correctly teaches safety. The third mistake is stretching aggressively through pain. You feel tight, so you stretch harder, push through discomfort, and force your body to comply. But your nervous system responds by tightening even more. For nearly 40% of people with chronic back pain, aggressive stretching actually makes symptoms worse. Tightness is often not a flexibility problem, it's a protection problem. Your muscles aren't short, they're scared. Force confirms danger, while gentleness restores trust. The fourth mistake is treating the painful area directly. When your lower back hurts, you massage your lower back, stretch your lower back, and ice your lower back. But pain location is rarely the problem. Location. Lower back pain often originates from tight hips, restricted thoracic mobility, a shortened psoas, or fascial tension in the legs. The back is often where the body screams, not where the problem begins. The fifth mistake is sitting more because you're in pain. Pain convinces you to rest. Rest leads to sitting. Sitting reinforces the idea that your body is fragile. When you sit for long periods, your hip flexors shorten, your glutes shut down, and your stabilizing muscles disengage. By the end of the day, your back feels stiff and inflamed. The mistake isn't sitting at all, it's staying still for too long. Your spine thrives on movement and variability. The sixth mistake is ignoring your breathing. Many people don't realize that shallow chest breathing signals threat to the brain. This keeps your nervous system stuck in fight or flight, increasing muscle tension, inflammation, and pain sensitivity. Without proper diaphragm function, your spine loses natural support and other muscles overwork. Chronic back pain often improves, not by strengthening the core, but by calming the nervous system through deep, slow breathing. The seventh mistake is believing pain equals damage. Pain feels real, so it must mean harm, right? Not necessarily. Pain is an output of the brain, not a direct measurement of tissue damage. In chronic pain, the nervous system becomes hypersensitive, like a smoke alarm that goes off when you make toast. When pain is interpreted as damage, fear increases, tension increases, and pain intensifies. This isn't psychological, it's neurological. The eighth mistake is chasing one quick fix after another. Massage, chiropractic adjustments, injections, and medications can provide temporary relief. But when the relief never lasts, the problem isn't the treatment, it's the strategy. Passive treatments don't retrain your nervous system or restore confidence in movement. They manage symptoms, but don't resolve the root cause. Long-term healing requires active participation. The ninth mistake is ignoring stress and emotional load. This doesn't mean your pain is imagined, but stress absolutely affects the body. Emotional pressure, unresolved trauma, and constant mental strain signal threat to the brain, which responds by tightening muscles for protection. Many people notice their back pain flares during stressful periods. That connection is real and physiological, not weakness or imagination. The 10th and most dangerous mistake is believing you're broken forever. Thoughts like "this is just how my body is now" or "I'll always have back pain" keep the nervous system locked in protection mode. But your brain is adaptable. Your nervous system is trainable. Pain that was learned can be unlearned. People in pain for decades have recovered not because their spine changed, but because their brain did. Healing chronic back pain requires sending safety signals to the nervous system through gentle breathing, supported positions, and slow movement. It requires restoring confidence in motion rather than forcing or avoiding it. And it requires addressing tension patterns throughout the body, not just the site of pain. Even 5 minutes a day can begin rewiring years of pain. I once worked with a woman in her 60s who had lived with back pain for over a decade. She believed her spine was degenerating and beyond repair. We didn't force her body or chase pain. We taught her how to feel safe in movement again. A few months later, she told me, "I don't think my back healed. I think my fear did. Here's what matters most. Your body is not broken. Your pain is not permanent. And you are not failing at recovery. You are simply never taught how pain really works." Correct the mistakes, change the signals you send to your nervous system, and give your body a reason to let go of protection. When your brain learns that you are safe, your body follows, and that's when healing begins.